Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself first. My name is Nanda Ika Widiani Saputri from English Literature. The Honorable to my lecturer as a Pancasila Education, Pak Purbojati MS, and all my beloved friends. In this occasion, I would like to present about Pancasila as a state administration system. The first, Pancasila as the basis of state. Indonesia establishes Pancasila as the basis of the state. Pancasila is used as the basic norm in administering a country and becomes the source of all sources of law, both written and unwritten. The reason that stretch Pancasila as the basis of the state is because the values contained in Pancasila are in accordance with the custom and culture of the Indonesian nation. In addition, Pancasila also provides a foundation for the Indonesian nation to anticipate threats, challenges, and obstacles. Second, the relation of Pancasila with UUD 1945. The relationship between Pancasila and the preamble to the 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia is reciprocal. The relationship is formal and material. Formal relationship means that Pancasila has a position as a positive legal norm. The formulation of Pancasila as the basis of the state is stated in the preamble of paragraph 4 of the 1945 Constitution. And material relations means that the preamble to the 1945 Constitution is the highest legal order whose source comes from the principles of Pancasila. Third, the relationship between the preamble of UUD 1945 and the Proclamation of Independence. The meaning of the preamble of the 1945 Constitution. Alinea 1, the determination of the Indonesian nation is defending freedom against invaders in every way. Alinea 2, independence achieved by the Indonesian people is the result of the struggle of the movement against the invaders. Alinea 3, the sublime spiritual motivation that our freedom is thanks to the grace of Allah, the Almighty. Alinea 4, organized independence of the Indonesian nation in a 1945 Constitution. Then, the meaning of the Proclamation of Independence. The Proclamation of Independence proclaimed by Soekarno-Hatta on August 18, 1945 meant that when Indonesia declared its proclamation in front of all corners of the world, that was when Indonesia was free or merdeka. Then, the relationship between the opening of the 1945 Constitution and the proclamation seen in, first, the contents of the third and fourth paragraphs of the preamble to the 1945 Constitution of the Republic Indonesia describe the process of implementing the proclamation on August 17, 1945 to uphold the natural and moral rights of every nation against the opportunity to free themselves from pressure from other nations. Second, the contents of the first, second, and third paragraph of the preamble to the 1945 Constitution of the Republic of Indonesia provides confirmation of the implementation of the August 17, 1945 proclamation as a form of persistent struggle to uphold natural rights and moral rights to independence itself. Then, the existence of a relationship between the proclamation and the preamble to the Constitution, namely, first, in the third part of the preamble to the 1945 Constitution, it is stated that the two cannot be separated. Second, 18 August 1945, the Constitution was enacted simultaneously with the UUD. The President, Vice President is the realization of the second part of the proclamation. Then, Pancasila relationship with articles of the 1945 Constitution. The preamble of the 1945 Constitution contains the main ideas that cover the moral ideals of the Indonesian people. The principle of thought contains values that are upheld because it comes from the nation's view of life, namely Pancasila. Therefore, the preamble to the Constitution would not have been formed without Pancasila. State government system according to the 1945 Constitution the Republic of Indonesia. Amendments to 2002. The state government system is divided into 7 systems known as 7 main keys to the state government system, namely first, Indonesia as a state based on the law. Second, the constitutional system. Third, the highest state power in the hands of the people. Fourth, the president who administers the highest state government apart from MPR and DPR. 5. The president is not accountable to the DPR. 6. The state minister is an assistant to the president. The state minister is not accountable to the DPR. 7. The power of the head of state is unlimited. Thank you. It's all for me. I hope it's useful to others. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.